Third of the Sunday games, assuming the weather cooperates for us, is Wales up against Uruguay. This one, in terms of the intensity for the games, you would say on paper, should be the one with the least on the line. The first two games, Namibia, Canada, USA, Tonga, none of those teams have had a win. They're going to be desperate to sign off with a victory. Then the final one is the ultimate intense one for a spot in the knockout stages between Scotland and Japan. You got this one in Wales who are already through and Uruguay who can't make it. So it's the only one of the four games which is a bit of a mismatch. But that being said, the Uruguayans are not going to want to go out without a fight. And Wales, given their short turnaround, have had to make some changes. So Uruguay have punished one team on a short turnaround. It seems like a bit of a bridge too far to do the same trick again. But hey, it's their last game of the World Cup, so they're going to throw everything at this Welsh squad. The Welsh guys will just be looking to do an efficient job. Finish top of their pool. I've actually put first. That's a mistake. Bear with me a second. There we go. That's fixed. Wales at the moment are second in the pool, not first. They should be first come the end of it. They're just undefeated, which is kind of why I got that first mindset. But yes, so Wales should go through first. They still need to get the job done. But yeah, big favourites for this one. They've made a bunch of changes. I'll put the teams in the description so you guys can have a look. But in terms of historically, these teams haven't met a lot. They've only met the once as far as I could tell. And that was at the 2015 Rugby World Cup. And that one was 54 points to 9. So Wales exerting that kind of dominance as you would expect in that previous fixture. But just remember, Uruguay beat Fiji. Wales beat Fiji as well. But yeah, I guess Warren Gatland's still going to want to drum it into the guys that they still need to be professional and do a job, and cannot ease up at all for this one because the Uruguayans, as I mentioned, have got nothing to lose. So the Welsh squad, Halfpenny's back. He's had a couple of games off. I think the only guys who appear from the last game are Josh Adams and Hadleigh Parkes. I'm pretty sure it was 13 changes. So Watkin comes in the midfield. Hallam. Amos is back on the left wing. We haven't seen him play for Wales for a while, at least from my recent memory. Rhys Patchell's up because Bigger's going through concussion protocols again, but so far signs are good from what I've heard. Elliot Davies comes in at 9. Again, I mean, Thomas Williams and Gareth Davies seem to be the guys, but Elliot's still there, so he needs some game, and this is a perfect time to do it. Wainwright's at 8, Tipuric's back at 7, Shingler is at 6, and Tipuric is captain for this one. Adam Baird and Bradley Davis are in the second row. Dillon, Lewis, Ryan Elias, and Nicky Smith are the front row. So yeah, 13 changes for Wales. They do need to try and keep the guys as fresh as possible. The bench, Elliot D, Rhys, Carre, Wyn Jones, who's covering tight head for this one. Jake Ball, Ross Moriarty, James Davis, Thomas Williams, and Gareth Davis. So it's an interesting bench. And they've only got 2 backs on there, and they're both 9s. So I believe Gareth Davis is kind of there to cover, like, probably 10. Thomas Williams, he's pretty quick, so I guess he could cover the outside backs if needs be, at least the wings. And I've heard talk that James Davis may have to cover some of the back positions as well. That's just the position they're in because, yeah, a short turnaround. And, yeah, trying to keep everybody as fresh as possible for the quarterfinals. Bigger can't play going through concussion protocols, so it's just kind of what needs to be done. They did play on Wednesday. So, as I said, short turnaround for Wales. They did have that long break and then the short turnaround, similar to what a few of the other teams had. The All Blacks had that as well. 10-day break and then a couple games back-to-back. So, for Uruguay, again, you've got some guys who have looked dangerous during this Rugby World Cup. The likes of Vilaseca, the likes of Freitas, Brachesi's been running the team pretty well. How the front row handles the Welsh guys will just be an interesting test. Line-up time as well. Set piece, I guess, is always the test. Uruguay, though, did play on Saturday. So, again, they've got a full week's rest on them. So, if you're looking for any advantage to clutch to as a Uruguay fan, that's probably one to go with. The bookies for this one have got Wales by 44 points. The Rugby Forecast, the algorithm, has it by 39. So either way, Wales is predicted to be pretty comfortable winners. Given the weather and whatnot, I feel like it may be a bit more low scoring than all that, but I guess we will have to wait and see. You guys let me know your thoughts on this one. How do you think it's going to go? What do you think of the selections? And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. See you later.